Hello Scorpio, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from the 25th to the 31st of May 2020. I hope you're well, Scorpio. So I am using the Tarot Grand Lux to pull an overarching tarot card for you for the week. So what do we have for our lovely Scorpios, please? Angel, spirits, guides. Message for Scorpio. Oh, two cards, Scorpio, okay. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Okay, I'm going to pop those down. We have choose a new direction from the angels. Okay. We have Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. Okay, Scorpio, so as usual I am pulling four cards. First card is you. Second card is your challenge. Third card is advice from spirit, and fourth card is your outcome. Then we'll get clarifiers to go deep into the message. So the main cards are going to be with Rider Waite Classic, and I will be using the Morgan Greer, I've not used those for a long time, to clarify. Okay, what do we have for Scorpio, please? Angel, spirits, guides. Message for Scorpio. Okay, that flew out. We have the Eight of Swords. Ten of Swords is your challenge, Scorpio. The Moon is advice from spirit. And again, two Page of Pentacles here. Is your outcome. Okay, let me just grab the Morgan Greer. Can we clarify the cards on the table, please, for Scorpio? Angel, spirits, guides. Okay, first card is out. We've got the Emperor. Okay, Ten of Swords, Scorpio. We have the Nine of Swords. Wow, what a challenge. We have 8, 9 and 10 of Swords here. The Moon is clarified by the Ace of Cups. And the Eight of Cups clarifies the Page of Pentacles. Five of Wands is bottom of the deck. So I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux just to get an extra card for the Emperor, and I might just pull a couple of extra cards here. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Let's get a clarify for the Eight of Swords. What is the Eight of Swords? Five of Wands again. Five of Wands at the beginning and end here. Let's get a clarifier for the Moon. Seven of Pentacles, which kind of makes sense. I'm going to pull one more for this. Let's get one more, please, for the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. Let me just shuffle. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords. Okay, Scorpio, okay. It's interesting, the gift of sacred sight has come in because the 8, 9 and 10 of Swords is pretty much where you don't have that sight. In whatever form. Things are stopping you from situations generally in your external world or affecting your internal mind and stopping you from seeing the way forward. And for some of you, it is to do with the past, whatever this Ten of Wands is. You are carrying burdens from the past that is almost blocking a new opportunity or a new path opening up for you. And we have this at the beginning and end of your reading. It's almost kind of like it is about doing the work that needs to be done to lay solid foundations for real growth long term. This is very good in terms of career, but also in terms of getting stability and value back in your life, Scorpio, as well. Being on solid ground. It's like there is a kind of message here that you need to make space for the new. Now the Page of Coins, because this is a 10 in tarot, and we have two tens, and it's the difficult tens, the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. While you're carrying these burdens, you're not making space for this wonderful new opportunity or door or communication or message that wants to come into your life. It's almost kind of like you're placing your efforts in the wrong direction, or you're not allowing yourself to, yeah, I almost kind of feel this is blocking this. And yet there is an ending if you choose to. Certainly with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. They're completion cards in tarot. So this can be over if you choose it to be over. It's very much to do with the mind when it's the Swords energy. How you perceive something. It's like the past is weighing on your mind. It's causing conflict and disruption in the mind that is stopping you from seeing the way forward in this energy. Some of you might be feeling like that. And it can be to do with money and career. It can also be to do with our, can also be to do with whatever this was. I mean, sometimes this can be in terms of relationships as well, Scorpio. But the Page of Coins is there some communication waiting to come in, or message or opportunity or person. But I feel that it's almost like you're letting the past hold you back, block you from moving forward to this. And that's why the angels are saying choose a new direction, because this is that new direction. The pages can represent new beginnings and the beginnings of change, but it's generally by your own actions, by opening up to new conversations, but also in terms of doing the beginnings of the work that needs to be done to make this happen. So this is very much about putting your efforts and hard work into something that is going to bring you solidity, value, growth. Very good in terms of business and money, career, but it's also could be somebody who means what they say, somebody who's solid and trustworthy, someone who could build your life with potentially. So that's why we're being told choose a new direction, Scorpio. And it's really powerful, the fact that this has come in, because Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. Now we have 29 here. 2 and 9 make 11, and obviously you all know that 11 is a sacred number. that connects to angel spirits guides, but 1111 in particular is about instant manifestation. It is our ability to suddenly change our situation for the better when we see things clearly. And I feel for some of you, there is an opportunity this week for you to begin to see things clearly. Because that's what that gift of sacred sight is all about. Now, I also feel this is very much linked to your intuition with the cards on the table. Some of you, there could have been hurt. The Emperor can sometimes represent a person in your life. It's a card of Aries. Now, this could be a boss, somebody who can be head of a company, can be in a position of power in your life, can sometimes represent the head of organizations. I mean, he's somebody who's in power. Can also be somebody in authority in the family, somebody with experience and knowledge and who's very successful. But I feel for some of you, certainly with this Three of Swords, there could have been some heartbreak or upset or hurt. I mean, this is about pain, experiencing pain. And I feel it's to do with the relationship of what this Emperor represents. So the Emperor can be very controlling, can be somebody who wants things done their way or the highway. And generally it represents a masculine energy, a male. So it could be somebody in a corporation, it could also be somebody in terms of love or relationship as well for some of you, Scorpio. This can be the heartbreak card, the Three of Swords, where there's been deep hurts, deep wounds inflicted on you. Or probably by truths coming to light. Generally the swords represent some kind of truth coming to light. And the truth just pierces your heart. There's a brutal realization here of the truth. And yet this is exposed to the clouds, to the elements, this wound. And even though it has been a painful period for you, I do feel for some of you this is your opportunity to get back on your feet. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence sometimes. You can associate it with relationships. But generally the Nine of Pentacles can be somebody on their own, standing in their own success by their sheer hard work that they've put into something to bring value, solidity in their life, both in career but also in their self-worth, self-esteem. I think this has probably damaged you in terms of your self-worth, self-esteem, Scorpio, for a period of time. Certainly with the amount of swords on this table in the first two areas here, I do feel it's been a difficult period for you to recover from. But this says that there is the potential for you to recover from it. Remember, it is a Virgo card, this card. So for me as a reader, yes, it can link to focusing on your career, doing the practical things that you need to do to bring greater solidity, security, material success in your life. And this is the promise of when you focus your energies, you have the ability to stand in your own success. But it can also mean for me as a reader, standing in your own light, feeling restored in your own value on an earthly level, recovering from the pain that has been inflicted on you. So I do feel that you have been through a process of recovery here, and you are being told now is the time to choose a new direction. But with the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands, sometimes this can represent conflict, struggle with another person or people. Can represent sometimes people, for me as a reader, it can represent interference as well. But this is a destabilizing energy, and I just feel your energy is destabilized. It's been a struggle to move on from this. And certainly in terms of the mind, whatever this Three of Swords was, whatever the actions of this person was towards you that caused emotional pain, it has been very, very difficult, and it's been a struggle to move on from it. There could have been some conflict with another person, like I said, but I think this has been your struggle too. You just can't, you have struggled to see the way forward. You know, our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. And I say this all the time, we can walk away from people in our physical reality, but it's very difficult to train the mind to refocus when we've been deeply hurt. So it is that process, it's that transition that you are going through now, I feel, for some of you. So your challenge, Scorpio, we have the 9 and 10 of Swords. So someone's actions, someone's words has hurt you deeply. I mean, this is like progressively, you know, it's progressively hurt you deeply. And, you know, certainly in terms of the mind, I mean, this is very much about how the mind can play tricks on us, make things worse than they are. And it's echoed by the moon energy here as well. You know, how we can blow things out of proportion when our mind is just in that negative state. And there's a big message here that when you focus on the negative, you will just get a lot more of the same. It rips through your internal system, blowing things out of proportion and keeping you in a state of anxiety, stress, hurt, worry, upset, to the point where it disrupts your physical life, your daily routine, your sleep patterns, your thought process. I mean, this is deep overthinking. This is deep not being able to see past the actions of what this person has done. You know, I can see this 8, 9, 10 of Swords. Your challenge is allowing yourself to see the way forward here. But there is a 10 here. So even though you have been through the wars, certainly in terms of your mind, and you know, Scorpio, when these cards appear, there's always a valid reason for why the cards appear. There's always a valid reason for why this person is in this state of anxiousness, upset, worry. So it is acknowledging that there is a reason, you know, it is valid why you're feeling this way. But the negativity can just really distort your reality and how you're perceiving something and keep you stuck. The 10 of Swords is a completion card, like I said, very much like that 10 of Wands. Whatever has gone in the past, there is an opportunity for a new day, a new dawn to rise now. And this is the dark clouds that are being pushed away from your internal energy, your internal mind in particular. Allowing yourself to feel illumination, begin to see things clearly if you allow it to. Because the kind of message is that if you don't allow this completion to happen and try and focus on the new, then you just stay in this perpetual state of your mind being really disrupted and not in a healthy state. So there is a refocusing that needs to be done, but I do think certainly with this, the gift of sacred sight, this is where it all changes this week, I feel, for some of you. You are being led by divine energy, most definitely. You are being absolutely led by your intuition, so really do listen to your intuition from within, because, you know, the cards from here onwards are very much talking about, it is about listening to your intuition now. In order to take that first step to get clarity in your external environment, because the moon energy is a card of surrender. It is a card of hidden blessings, divine guidance that is being given to you through your intuition. And again, the moon energy, not everything is clear. We don't see the way forward. Again, it's echoed by, you know, this in a way, even though this is slightly more negative, in the fact that this person's mind is just a little bit in that state of not being able to see the way forward because your mind is controlled by negative thoughts. This can be to do with our emotions, how our emotions can distort us seeing the way forward. The path is only half revealed. And this is overcoming the shadow. It's interesting. You see here, the sun is rising, pushing away the darkness, pushing away the shadow from within. And it's almost kind of like it is time to trust your intuition in order to overcome the shadowy areas that are owning you right now. And this is the advice from Spirit. It's almost kind of like Spirit is saying, I'm helping you. You know, angel spirits guides are helping you towards this new beginning, to move on from whatever this situation was. So there's a big message of surrender, trust your instincts, everything will become clear. You know, but for now, you are being told, you're being guided. So, you know, allow this guidance, your instinct, to really let you assess in your physical world what is worth your time and effort and what isn't. Where are you investing your time and effort? Certainly with this energy, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You know, if you're spending your time focusing on this, you're not spending your time focusing on where Spirit wants you to focus, which is this Page of Pentacles. So it is about reassessing who or what is worth your time and effort now, where are you going to get the greatest reward, and focusing your efforts on that. Now, this might be some evaluation to do with your money and career. It can also be to do with relationships as well, Scorpio. But either way, it is saying focus your energies on a new path, on a new direction, on a new beginning, on a new opportunity now. Because the Ace of Cups is a new path unfolding, and it's guided, it's Cups energy, it's intuitive. You're being led by your intuition towards this new path. There is some evaluation that you need to do in line with your instinct, I feel. But I do feel it is about focusing your energies on bringing a new direction into your life now. Because when you change that focus, that is when you find that emotional rebirth. That is when you actually find that happiness. That is when you awaken the lotus flower, spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. You awaken and open to receive this new beginning. And that can be in the form of self-love, emotional rebirth, can be in terms of new opportunity, maybe this Page of Pentacles, can be in terms of new love, new friendships, new pets. I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying. It is just what makes you happy, brings you joy. After a time of having gone through the mill, Scorpio, and you really have gone through the mill, you really have. Walk away from disappointment. It's time to walk away from where you felt let down, when things haven't lived up to expectation or promise. Now, for some of you, and if this resonates, it won't be for everybody, this could be to do with, if it's to do with your money, your career, for example, it is about taking action to move towards something better. But there needs to be careful evaluation, maybe in terms of your money and finances as well, if it's money and career, in terms of how you actually do that. It might well be you transition from one to another by waiting for the right opportunity to come before you let go of the last one. I mean, this is the evaluation that some of you need to be doing. This can also be in terms of love, relationships as well. You might well be evaluating your relationship, love scenario in terms of what is worth your time and effort, because some of you have been through deep hurt, deep emotional pain that has been difficult to move on from. It's been a real struggle. But I do feel this is a turning point for you, Scorpio, where the Eight of Cups is somebody who is consciously, proactively trusting their intuition, the moon again, the moon that appeared before in the advice from Spirit, to instinctively now trust their instincts and walk away from things that doesn't serve them anymore. And you see, this is the 8 Cups, whereas this person wants the 9 of Cups, the hopes, dreams and wishes, the wish fulfillment, feeling completely fulfilled on every level of their life, whether it's to do with money and career or whether it's to do with relationships or both. They want to just feel completely fulfilled, which is the 9 of Cups. And Spirit is saying, this is the missing cup that you're being offered now. It is the new beginning that you've been looking for, so take action towards it. And I do feel, even though it is a struggle, and you know, sometimes this can represent opposition, a struggle, conflict, might well be a bit of a struggle to walk away from something, you know. But the Pentacles is our conscious reality, our physical reality. So I do feel some of you are walking towards a new beginning, the beginnings of change in your physical reality. Can be in terms of money and career, and this is about, there is news maybe of an opportunity coming your way. It might well be when you've done this evaluation and you focus your energies on what is going to bring you greater success and money into your life. There could be a news of an opportunity coming your way when you focus your energies on that. The Page of Pentacles can be about sending CVs out, opening the communication lines, online interviews, can be to do with, you know, if it's a business venture, getting the finances sorted, laying the foundations, doing the practical things that they need to do to set themselves up long-term for long-term growth and stability. Can also be doing professional courses as well, so to get greater responsibility, more pay, bonus, and so on. You kind of get what I'm saying, Scorpio. It is the laying of the foundations. That's what the Page of Pentacles will do. The first step towards real change and new growth and value, because you see the Page plants seeds in that field and waits patiently for those. You know, he has the right conditions, he's chosen the right plot, it's sheltered by the trees here, it's got fertile soil, we've got little flowers in the field, you know, and you can see that slowly but surely those seeds will start growing. And it is about being patient, it is about doing the evaluation, certainly, but this is the promise of doing the things that you need to do to set yourself up for bringing greater value, solidity, career advancement. Can also be, like I said, to do with just doing the things to bring greater solidity and security in your life now. This is the first step on the new path. Whatever it is, it's such a beautiful energy, Scorpio. I'm going to pull one more card for that Page of Pentacles. Let's get one more card for that Page of Pentacles, because it has appeared twice. So it is almost kind of like lay the foundations, do the hard work, get your CV done, get yourself online, connect to people. It is about opening the communication lines. You kind of get what I'm saying, because there could be some news of an opportunity. You know, it's interesting, yeah. Six of Swords is you're in that transition period, or you have the opportunity to detach from troubled waters, whatever this was with this emperor, whoever this emperor was. And I feel it was a male energy, because it is the emperor after all. And move forward to calmer waters. You see, and you see the swords, it's almost like the swords are sticking out, but this person is steering around the swords and moving towards calmer waters, getting clear direction, having a clear vision of where they're moving towards. This is where you're getting clarity in how to move forward, when you focus and do the evaluation of what's worth your time and energy now. Yeah. And I feel it's to do with this. Now, the Two of Cups can be in terms of love. Like I said, this can be someone new in terms of the love front. Someone who means what they say, you can rely on them. But this can also be, the Two of Cups can also be an offer or an invitation. And I do feel that the Page of Pentacles could therefore also be something that brings you real joy, Scorpio, something that is just what you've been waiting for, that allows you to just move forward in terms of money and career as well. There is absolutely a powerful transition that some of you are going through if you allow yourself to detach from this. Because, you know, the Six of Swords is an Aquarian energy, which is all about the vision. And remember, and getting clarity in where you're going in direction. And this is where you're being given the gift of sacred sight. So this is leading towards a new direction and away from whatever this was. You see, this person is physically turning away from this. I'm going to pull a final card for the reading. What do we have? Angel Spirits card. Guides. Card. What do we have, angel spirits guides for Scorpio? 25th to the 31st of May 2020. Final message for Scorpio, please. Yeah, very moon energy. We have crane, surrender. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is, you know. And you know, the Ace of Cups, the moon energy, this is your soul direction. This is where spirit wants you to move forward to now. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but for somebody. There is a new direction here for you. And it is about embracing it now and surrender what's gone. Because it's just keeping you stuck. It really is. I hope you enjoyed the reading, Scorpio. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a wonderful week for you, and I will see you next time. Thank you.